Let's paint a scene. Midnight. In Hell's Kitchen, New York, the sky swollen with storm clouds, neon flickering over puddles. On the rooftops, a figure stands alone, listening to the city with something more acute than sight. Matt Murdock, lawyer by day, the vigilante Daredevil after hours. He hears the sirens, the stray shouts from bars, the not-so-subtle scramble of small-time crooks scurrying for cover, all routine till tonight. Because tonight, something different is slithering into his territory. Enter Venom. Not your typical petty crook. Not even close. The thing attached to Eddie Brock is alive, all writhing black sinew and acid wit. Venom is hunger and muscle, street tough and alien intelligence in one body, sliding unseen through the alleyways. He's not here by chance. Some whispered tip-off, some reporter's trail, has led him to Hell's Kitchen, in pursuit of a man in red who never fails to show. At first, Daredevil doesn't know what he's up against. There have been rumors a wave of criminals webbed to lampposts, bank robbers cocooned in black goo. Some even talk about a monster that eats guns. None of this fits Daredevil's expectation. He's fought mob bosses, ninjas, even the odd would-be villain, but nothing quite like this brand of walking nightmare. Venom senses him first, or maybe it's more accurate to say the symbiote does. There's a prickle under Eddie's skin, a sense memory from another life. The memory of fighting a man who moves without sound. He's here, hisses the symbiote, hungry for the challenge. Eddie grins. Let's say hello. Their introduction is not subtle. Daredevil drops from a fire escape, nunchaku ready, just as Venom lands in the narrow street below with a thud that rattles nearby windows. They size each other up. Matt's heart is steady. Senses reading the peculiar double heartbeat in Venom, the odd chemical tang of the symbiote. He masks his unease, voice cool.
Oh, you're not from around here.
Venom grins wide, teeth jagged and dripping. We like this place. Lots of bad people. But you? The tongue flicks out, almost conversational. You're different. A fight is inevitable, because for Daredevil, protecting the neighborhood isn't negotiable. And for Venom, challenging the best is a kind of thrill. Their first exchange is brutal and quick Venom, all brute force and speed. Daredevil a blur of precise movement, narrowly dodging claws and tentacles that snake farther than any ordinary arm could reach. Nunchaku meets symbiote flesh with a sickening squelch. But Venom's advantage is clear. He's a fluid target, a shape changer, almost untouchable. Matt tries his usual tactics, balancing gadgets, fast strikes, acrobatics, but Venom adapts. The fear in the air is thick. Not just from the combatants, but from every onlooker catching fragments of the battle from behind barred windows. And yet Daredevil doesn't yield. He listens, not with his ears, but with every cell. Picks up on patterns in the symbiote's movement, the split-second lag before Venom attacks. Matt uses the environment, blinds Venom with a shattered lamp, maneuvers him into a narrow alley where mass is less of an advantage. Venom fights harder, his own frustration mounting. You're clever, he spits, frustrated. You don't taste like the others. The remark is half threat, half compliment, punctuated by a tendril lashing out, narrowly missing Matt's head. There's something almost comical about the constant one-upmanship, the boxer versus the brawler. Both refusing to step down, the fight escalates. Daredevil manages a near miss, grazing the symbiote with a police baton charged from a downed power line. Venom recoils, howling, bits of black sizzling on the wet pavement. For a heartbeat, the balance shift, Seti's voice rises over the symbiote's own, panic bleeding through. You want to die here? But neither is really here to kill the other. For Matt, there's the law, the principle. For Eddie, strangely enough, it's about respect, the kind you only offer to a worthy adversary. The bout turns into something like a truce when police sirens draw dangerously close. Another time Devil Venom growls, retreating into the shadows, melting into the bricks. Daredevil remains, bruised but standing, breathing in time with the city's irregular heartbeat. He knows it isn't over, knows that Venom is still out there, somewhere in the dark, maybe cleaning up the streets in his own unorthodox way. It's not a victory, but it's a message. Hell's Kitchen fights back, even when the monsters are bigger than usual. The aftermath is felt in ripples. The criminal element is quieter, unsure what new threat stalks the midnight alleys. Cops find more crooks webbed to lampposts, insisting they were saved by the devil and the monster. Matt watches over his neighborhood with renewed vigilance, senses always tuned for that telltale double heartbeat. And far from here on another rain-slicked rooftop, Eddie Brock and his other consider their next move. He's worth watching, the symbiote purrs. Eddie agrees. In this city, you're either prey or predator, or maybe if you're lucky, something in between. For now, there's a kind of uneasy truce. But everyone's listening for what's next, because in Hell's Kitchen, that's usually where the real story begins.